Hey guys, Sal here, we're back to more Sword Art Online Integral Factor. It is now time for us to head to the Waterfall Ravine. Hey, we've been waiting for you. Thinker and Julier said they'd be here soon too. Those two already seem to know what to expect with this quest, but what would you like me to fill you in? Sure, lay it on us. So this quest starts with an NPC accusing the envoy of the snake god that worshipped on his floor of kidnapping his daughter. According to the father, she had been hearing the snake god's voice for a while. She was in a lot of pain and needed to get help. Then one day he snuck up on her as she was whispering to a white snake in their garden, and heard her offering to help. Concerned for her safety, he locked her in her room and kept watch over her. But the next morning, she was gone. When he checked the garden, he saw what looked like big snake tracks, which is how he figures the snake snatched his daughter. When you say figures, does that mean that that's not what really happened to her? Can't say. That's for you guys to investigate and find out for yourselves. In any case, the father wants us to bring his daughter back. So the next quest is to rescue her from the dungeon where they're keeping her. Yep, if you follow the tracks that Orochi left, they head into a cave. Pretty simple, eh? In the beta, all you find in the end is one of her sleeves, which you take back to her dad. It kinda left a bad taste in our mouths. Was there no way to save her during the beta? Players looked into it at the time, couldn't find a way to rescue her, at least. Anyway, out of vengeance, the dad hires a certain samurai who also just so happens to hold a grudge against the Lord of Senja Castle. The story goes on from there in the beta version. If I had to guess, her death was a scripted event from the beginning. But this time around, the daughter is still alive in the cave. Only she refuses to be rescued and runs away when you find her. And that's as far as I've gotten on my end. What I want you guys to help with is the quest that comes next. That's a big question mark. Hey Cell, sorry we're late. Were you just talking about how the quest has changed since the beta? I didn't win the lottery to get into the beta. So at the time, I was just compiling related articles for a walkthrough site. Yeah, and when I was in the beta, I played with Yuri for maybe a couple of floors, or just in the beginning with Kirito, and then it ended, which sucks. If I recall, the samurai the father hired in the beta got so caught up in his quest for power. To get revenge, he turned to a monster. That's what I heard too. I wasn't so serious about questing during the beta, so my intel is all secondhand. If you kill that monster, it'd drop a katana, but nobody could use katana skills in the beta, so it wasn't all that useful. In the end, the beta ended without anyone knowing the true worth of that katana after it absorbed so much hate and anger. A trusty blade of a sad samurai. I'd love to get my hands on it if it's still out there. If we come across that sword, you guys can have it. We're only really interested in the experience and any materials we come across along the way. A sword like that can come in handy in its own right, though. But I get it, you guys are strapped for cash. While talking here in this area, you don't have to be so blunt. Oh no, Klein's absolutely right. There's no point trying to paint a pretty picture about our current situation. I haven't been able to provide everyone in the guild with the resources they need. They're all suffering, especially you here. When people join us, we want to be able to give them equipment that compensates for their level. And to do that, we need lots of materials. But then to get enough materials, you need to be a high enough level too. So it turns into a vicious cycle. When you put it like that, it's all the more reason why we have to make sure we beat this quest. So what are we supposed to be doing at this point in the questline, Argo? The girl's supposed to have run off somewhere around this waterfall ravine. It's your job now to follow her after her. The feeling itself is pretty linear, so you shouldn't find yourselves getting lost or anything. Alright, let's keep our eyes peeled so we don't miss her. That shouldn't be too hard. Wow, when she said linear, she was actually being literal. Search the town girl ran into... Search for the town girl ran into... Waterfall ravine, what? Oh, whatever. Look, Sal, there's an NPC over there. It's got to be the missing daughter. She looks anxious. We should approach her with caution. Slowly walk up to her. He told you to keep following me, didn't he? Well, I don't have anything to say to you. Just leave me alone. Doesn't look like she's gonna let you get close. What you gonna do? Let me handle it, Ma'am, you can trust us. We're just travelers who want to free your town from the grip of Senja Castle. We heard rumors in town that you were in trouble and came to help. We'd like to hear what you have to say. Are you saying you intend to defy the Lord of Senja Castle? Reach the next floor, we have to. There really are travelers trying to ascend the Celestial Tower. But I don't know if you'll be able to beat the Lord. Yeah, we'll be fine. We fought our fair share of tough monsters and have always lived to see another day. Few snakes aren't going to pose much of a threat. Trust us, we got this. I'll admit, I find you all rather strange, but perhaps you'll listen to my story. Hey look, there's a quest marker over ahead. Looks like we won't have any problems moving the quest along. Nice job, I knew you top-tier players would make it work. By top-tier, I'm assuming you mean everyone but Clyde, right? Anyway, let's hear what she has got to say. I finally found her. It's got to be the quest NPC. Get out of the way, dirtbag. I found her first. No, you stay out of my way. We should be the first ones too. Oh, I guess there's another group that got here before us. The townswoman NPC's body tenses up as she gazes her eyes, gazing at the newly arrived groups before her. Hey, you're doing that snake quest, yeah? Could you hurry it up over there? You're holding up the line. Don't try to cut in front of us. Did you already forget that it's our turn next? My father refuses to hear the voice of the snake god. I mustn't go back home, not yet. Please, help me. Of course we will. You can count on us. Sorry guys, but we've decided to handle rescuing the girl ourselves. So if you could back down and pull out of here, that'd be great. Are you out of your mind? There's no way we're leaving. This is a boss quest we're talking about here. Look at this small-time guild, thinking they're gonna save the day and become MVPs. Know your place and leave it to the pros. Nani? What'd you say? Everyone, calm down. This young woman, she doesn't seem to like being surrounded by so many people. Can you give us a little space while we talk to her? Like a freaking NPC is going to care about something like that. You only want to get a head start on the rest of us, don't you? It can't be reasoned with. NPC's AI are more complicated and flexible than you guys seem to think, so pipe down and wait your turn. I get what you're saying, but our pride and prestige as a guild are on the line here. While the players talk among themselves, the townswoman NPC quietly tries to slip away so she can make her escape. Hey, where do you think you're going? What are you doing? Don't let her get away. Damn it. No, let me go, let me go. Members of the two guilds block her way, holding her arms forcibly keep her in place. Never thought I'd see those two guilds working together. I can't stand to watch any more of this. That's no way to treat a person, even if she is an NPC. Couldn't agree more. That's how they're going to be. They don't leave us much choice. We'll have to. That's enough! Huh, Kibo? Forget about those DKB guys for a sec. What the hell are you doing? But this NPC, she... From what I can tell, Cell's party was the one that got to her first. It ain't going to do anybody any good trying to cut in front of them and threatening the NPC like this. If you try to muscle your way through it, you'll just make everything a lot harder than it needs to be. Now, are you guys going to let her go too? Or are we gonna have to duel each other? You're gonna pay for this. Upon finally being released, NPC looked at Cell and Kibo in turn. She then bowed lightly to the two of them before running off. Seriously, what a mess. Thanks for intervening. I don't see why you should be thanking me. Because of this, now we have to track her down all over again. And she was just about to explain what's going on too. In that case, would you mind handling the rest of the boss quest for us? Why do you ask? Well, the truth is, all of my guys on the boss quest keep losing track of that NPC. Same probably goes for the DKB. We can't even get close to her without her running off, much less actually talk to her. If you guys can actually get her to talk, then it'd be more effective for you to handle the quest. Besides, we've got other stuff to do too. Here's the new guy, one of your buddies. It's nice to meet you. I'm Thinker, the leader of the MTD. I've heard a lot about you, Kibo. Ah, so you're a Thinker, eh? I've heard things about you and your guild too. You guys do good work, picking up low-level players even ALS want to recruit, and looking after them so they can make themselves useful. I can appreciate a reasonable guy like you. We should sit down and chat sometime. Yeah, I'd like that. Anyway, I'm off. Don't be too late for the strategy meeting later. So he's the leader of the ALS. One of the big two interesting. He definitely has a commanding presence. I wouldn't have guessed he was their leader at first glance, but he did have a certain dignified air about him. I don't know if dignified is how I described him. He was a guy you can trust. Not usually very leader-like. I wish he'd always acted like that. Whatever you have to say about his personality, he's a man of his word. Still, he just made us into his errand boys so his crew wouldn't have to go look for her. I wouldn't take that as a compliment. Back to square one, I guess. It's probably safe to assume she hasn't left this field, huh? Who knows? I doubt she's gone to the labyrinth at least. Let's just keep looking along the road and go from there. Yeah, might as well. I hope she's still willing to talk to us, even after getting scared like that. Of course, this guy just had to make this harder, didn't they? Okay, nothing else, so we literally do have to just keep going down this linear path. Looking for that quest marker to pop up. And over here. Yo, daughter, where are you at? Let's see, oh, there we go. Over here. And when it suck if this bridge just collapsed? Is that her to the left, behind the rocks? Hi, sorry for scaring you earlier, but you'd still be willing to tell us what's going on. We want to help you, we really do. If you talk to us, we might be able to do something. Really? You're not just going to hand me back over to my father, are you? Nope, we don't care that he's family. If you feel uncomfortable, we won't make you go anywhere you don't want to. So why do you keep running away? My name is Hatu. Oh, that's a gorgeous name. A long ago, Sentra Castle was home to a fine, upstanding lord. However, one day an evil sorcerer appeared who taught the lord how to attain eternal life. To do so, he had to steal a fruit from the divine tree and eat it. She must be referring to the fallen elves in the sacred tree. Something floor 9 and 10 might have been adjacent before the Great Separation. But the sorcerer had lied. When the Lord touched the tree, his whole family was turned to monsters as divine punishment. The snake god who watched over the land fought to protect the people, but was robbed of its powers and utterly weakened. So weakened, in fact, that it's been reduced to this. Hatu opened one of the sleeves of her kimono, revealing a small white snake resting quietly inside. That's a snake god, but it's so tiny and cute. The snake god spent every ounce of its energy diligently protecting the people who took care of the shrine until it became this small. It's a very kind, gentle god. I still remember how it protected me when I was once attacked by demons. But eventually, it simply became too difficult for the snake god to maintain its form. Is there any way for it to get its powers back? The waterfall here is the source of its powers. It said that the flesh and blood of a pure maiden can return its powers once again. Wait, you don't mean that you intend to sacrifice yourself, do you? I shall offer my life to the snake god so that it may protect the town. It will be my final act of devotion to my father. Well, hold on. You're still so young. You don't need to be thinking about dying yet. Do you think that snake god really wants you to die after everything it went through, to protect you? Indeed. Every time I try to kill myself, it bites me to make me stop. Though it's a soft, gentle bite that draws no blood. See, it's got to be another way. I know, we could beat the boss of the Lord of the Senja Castle. In response to Klein's suggestion, the snake slithers around Hachi's arm and stretches its body out, nodding vigorously in agreement. Snake God is too kind, but truly. Then it's settled. We're taking out the boss of Senja Castle. And that's final. Then the Snake God should be able to get back on its feet. Does that work for everyone? Good. Well, thank you all so very much, but I fear you may be too late. What makes you think that? Even now, the Snake God's power continues to drain. I'm not sure that it will even make it to nightfall. We still had the Dusk Demon Blade that was taken from the shrine. We'd likely still have at least a few more days, but as it stands... Demon Blade? Is that some kind of katana? Who ran off with it? The leader of the bodyguards, his lover was killed by the Lord of Senja Castle. He said that with the blade he could defeat the Lord. Unfortunately, the man who stole it never returned after venturing into the Sunset Bamboo Forest. What's worse, a friend of mine told me that an Orochi monster now possesses the blade. Then it sounds like all we need to do is beat that monster and get the Demon Blade back.
Oh, Tomosa!
Yep, now that you stay put, we'll be back before you know it. I guess our next task is to go retrieve that Demon Blade. You guys have already paid a visit to the Sunset Bamboo Forest before, so the destination's gonna be different, though. The layout of the place and the enemy types you'll encounter might not be the same either. Make sure you're prepared before you head out. And we'll meet back here once we're ready. See you all soon. And we're already ready. Crimson Valley. Hey, at least we got 181,000 experience. There's some major striking similarities between Hatu and Yuri here. Some major similarities. Only thing that's different is her hairstyle and her hair color. That's about it. She looks pretty much the same. I was not expecting that. Alright. Even more so, now we have to protect Hatu. Get ready to fight the Orochi monster and take back the Dusk Demon Blade. Yep, I can leave now. Looks like everyone's here. Let's not waste any time and get right to it. Before you go, I've got some intel to share. There was a similar quest during the beta test. In that quest, the last thing you did was fight some samurai who'd been turned into a monster by the Demon Blade, and then keep the sword. This quest has the same boss. You can expect to run into an Orochi Elite Guard, which normally only spawns inside the labyrinth. That enemy would be perfect for coming up with a strategy to handle the 4 boss. Even so, I worry that if you'll hear it and I come along, we'll only get in the way. Don't worry about it. We'll back you guys up. I'm not at all that cut out for fighting myself. If it comes down to it, you better throw yourselves in front of me. Huh. I'm just messing with you. Obviously, this boss fight ain't gonna be a walk in the park. Be careful. Right, now let's get moving. So do I have to fight everything? Yeah, I've gotta fight everything again, dang it. Fine. Alright. We finally defeated everything. That one Orochi enemy over there looks different from all the others. That's got to be the Orochi Elite Guard. It's holding an ominous-looking katana, too. You can talk. This blade, I shall not relinquish it. He seems pretty mad. He must have realized that we're here to take back the demon blade. Well, we ain't backing down. Here he comes. Stay calm, everyone. We can handle this. Oh, we can, definitely. Maybe. Hey there, biggin. I've dealt with you a Orochi time before. Now, it'd be nice if I could actually, get this demon blade for myself. Wouldn't mind trying to level up the katana. Come on, kill his minions. Goodbye. We did it. Hell yeah, we did. See, I knew you guys wouldn't get in the way. You two make a damn good team, Thinker and Julieta. That's very kind of you to say. I was just doing my job supporting Thinker as sub-leader of the guild. You did an excellent job as usual. Thanks, Julieta. Giselle, it's just me or are those two having a moment right now? Really hammers home just how alone I am. The grass is always greener, you're not alone, you got us. Sure, nothing's more important in life than friendship, but still. Sorry to interrupt, but I don't think it's over yet. Marco points towards the formerly fallen Orochi Elite Guard, which is leaning on the demon blade as it tries to stand back up. What? But we just beat it. How could it just be an illusion like that with the fallen elf? I cannot die. Not as long as the curse on my body has not been lifted. It's acting strangely. I don't think it wants to fight us. It almost looks like it's crying. What's wrong? I was a fool. I could have stopped the Lord already, and yet I desired more power and dared to lay my hands on a demon blade. So that means you're the bodyguard that ran off with it. Then did you turn to a monster because you stole it? Until the curse is lifted, I cannot die, and the blade will forever remain at my side. You must ask the Snake God for forgiveness, and have me purified. So, if we ask the Snake God for help, you'll be able to let go of the demon blade? Yes, please. You heard the man. Let's head back to where Hatu's waiting, and see if the Snake God can help him out. And that's why we're here, to ask the Snake God to lift the curse. I will do as you say. Hatu lays the Snake God in the palm of her hand, closes her eyes and starts to concentrate. The Snake God says that if you use the jewel stashed in the Wisteria shrine, he'll return to his original form. Oh, so that jewel we didn't take before. Wait, we need that jewel? Wasn't that the one we saw the guy take earlier as a souvenir for making it to the 10th floor? What are we going to do? Calm down. If this event triggered a quest flag, then the jewel should be back where it belongs. I'll go check and make sure. You guys wait here. So I'll cut to the chase. The jewel wasn't there. Are you kidding me? Are you saying there's only one of those jewels in the entire freaking game? Oh, we're screwed. Do you remember what the jewel looked like? We only caught a quick glimpse of it, but I'm pretty sure it was a white round stone that sparkled. Thinker, you don't suppose they're referring to that jewel, do you? I was just wondering the same thing. It's a heck of a fluke, that's for sure. What are you two talking about? Before we ran into you, one of our friends brought back a white round stone that he said he found up on the 10th floor. But as we were walking around the path, we were fell apart, which is when we lost Julieta. Even when we got back to safety, we couldn't send out or receive messages. We got chased by a pack of lion dog monsters. You don't think the game was, like, trying to punish you because you took such an important stone, do you? I didn't think so at the time. At least I figured it was just a string of bad luck. Maybe a bug in the system or something. After you helped us beat those monsters, Clyde, we got the other party members back to the first floor. Nothing happened after that. It's only now when I look back on it that I'm starting to wonder if that stone was cursed. If it wasn't because of a scripted event, then item might have had a hidden debuff that made you unlucky. Either way, I'll ask my friend what happened to the stone. He sold it? Turns out it was in the guild's shared inventory. As a guild master, I could have taken it out at any time. Sorry to have caused you all so much grief. Don't sweat it. It's not like your friend was trying to be mean or anything, right? Right. He pocketed it thinking it would be a resource we could use. He didn't imagine it'd be a quest item. He says he's sorry. It's pretty crazy that Cell found it, and then it was one of your guys who ended up snagging the thing. If some random stranger had taken it, the game probably wouldn't have thought that Cell had access to it. If that would be the case, it would have otherwise just respawned naturally back at the shrine when we got to the point in the quest. So since we had partied up before the questline started, the system knew we had it and didn't spawn another one. Quite a coincidence. I don't know if it's as much of a coincidence as it seems. Remember Matter was the one who told us about the jewel in the first place. Don't forget that after she left, we ran into her on the elf quest. The key item that just so happened to be lying on the ground. I guess she's something of a good luck charm. I wish some of her luck would rub off on me. Anyway, we shouldn't be standing around talking. We need to get work to lifting that curse for the samurai. The party brought the jewel back to the monster in the bamboo forest, who tearfully accepted it. A bright light burst forth from the jewel as the samurai's body began to break down into blue polygonal fragments. Thank you. Now I can finally be reunited with my love. Please, by your power as ordinary human beings, do what you must to defeat the Lord of Senja Castle and restore the peace to this land. The image of his rugged former self flashed briefly before scattering with the wind, leaving behind only the dusk demon blade. And so ends the story of a man taken over by powers so strong it cost him his life and body. Pretty sad when you think about it. You say that, but what are you gonna do drooling over his sword? What? I figured I'd get a sense for how heavy it is in my hand before we hand it back to the snake god, yeah. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You'd better actually give it to Hatu. Oh, he will, or else he'll be cursed next. To Hatu, the snake god should get well soon now. That it has the sword again, right? Yes, this blade's power may be too great for an ordinary human to harness, but the snake god has no trouble handling it. Oh, it seems the snake god has something it would like to say to you all. It says, the Lord of Senja Castle wields a mighty katana that can slice through any and all matter. Even the mere wind from it is dangerous, for it carries deadly snake venom far and wide. Gotta deal with poison again? You must approach him with caution. Appreciate the floor boss info. I assume you'll be making your way to Senja Castle, yes? As for me, I think I shall return home. My father may be a stubborn man, but I know that he cares about me. I don't want him to worry any longer. It isn't much, but allow me to offer you a token of thanks. I took it when I left home and hope it shall help in the coming battles. The snake and I will be praying for your victory and safe return. Thanks. Don't worry, taking out bad guys is our job. We'll have nothing but good news for you once we get back, so sit tight. I'm glad to hear it, and please, come back alive. Hatu left, repeatedly turning back to wave as she headed home. So, that's the end of that boss quest. The only rewards were some intel, coal, and a few items. No weapons, eh? I might have changed my opinion of Kayaba if he'd just let us have a weapon that could beat a boss in a single hit, though. Man, I wanted to swing that katana at least once. Even if it'd curse you. Yeah, I could do without that part, but still. Being a samurai is all about getting to wield badass and infamous swords, right? You'll get your chance one day. You're going to be okay. See, Cell gets it. Stuff like that is what makes us kindred spirits. But, if the Snake God and the Samurai both want us to defeat the Lord of the old-fashioned way, I'm down. I love me a challenge. Anyway, let's split that loot already. I think we've waited long enough for our payout. Thanks for everything you've done. I feel bad that we can't help fight the floor boss. It's fine. You and Thinker have to look after low-level players and the people who live in the town of beginnings, after all. What you're doing is important, too. Yeah, what matters most in this world is just staying alive. I'm sure MTD's work isn't going to end anytime soon. Good luck, you two. It was Thinker who told me to keep living and never give up. I'll work hard to keep those ideals alive within the guild. Juliet, thank you. I'm so jealous. Come on, off you go. I'm sure your friends are waiting for you. Right, of course. Goodbye, everyone. Stay safe out there. Goodbye. I'll have to thank you all properly sometime. Well, now that we know what's up with the boss, I think I'm gonna head back myself. Let me know when you beat him, Kane. You've got it. Thanks for all your help today, Argo. Now all that's left is to enter that labyrinth and get down to the business. We're almost there, guys. Keep it up. We're already there? Really? $275,000, 824 experience. I'll definitely take that. Yep, we're heading down to the labyrinth, and I need to buy about maybe 200 poison resist bottles. That ought to be fun. Okay, never mind. I can't go into the labyrinth yet. I mean, I can't buy stuff yet. Oh, what do you know? You actually made it on time for once. Not only that, you've got even the intel on the boss. That's good to hear. Although Kirito just said the exact same thing before you guys got here. That's okay. The more sources of information we have, the more reliable we know they are. Yeah, and I think everyone can rest easy if it's something you looked into, Cell. Man, you sure got popular since we last met, Cell. What gives? Although seeing all these faces here takes me back. Yeah, I guess we haven't all come together since Diablo, went missing. It's good to see you all safe. I feel like you guys keep getting ahead of me, though. I'll have to pick up the slack in this fight. You're not the only one. I didn't even fight in the 7th floor boss battle. I just watched. I've noticed the lineup of top players in the assault team is changing little by little, too. I wouldn't be surprised if soon groups of players even stronger than the big two show up and start whipping through the floors. And the ones who's going to be out there blazing through those trails at the front of the pack is me. The hell are you dumbasses going on about? I don't plan on giving up our spots as the top guild anytime soon here. Now enough screwing around, let's get this meeting underway. The sooner we're done talking here, the sooner we can kick that boss's ass. Big two I guess meant Kibo's guild and the other guild. I still want to say that it's Kirito and Asuna. This is just going to be the same plan as always, isn't it? Find its guilds and try to coordinate on the fly according to leader's orders. Am I still designated as the leader? Really? It may sound fine on the surface, but all we're doing is improvising out there, and I don't think that's a very good idea. I think there's at least some merit to operating like that. Remember, we can expect the boss to come at us with both wide-range attacks and strong piercing attacks. They go in a straight line. If we split up into small groups and attack the boss in waves using hit-and-run tactics, hey! I am perfect at doing that now. Almost perfect. Yeah, let's just go with that. It should be pretty effective. Assuming we can trap the boss well enough to pull it off. Which means we need someone to take point and distract the boss to set it up for attacks, right? Hell, I'll volunteer for that as an up-and-coming samurai lord myself. I can't forgive a samurai who's fallen into evil ways. You're awfully eager today, Klein. What's gotten into you? He promised a pretty NPC he'd be back. He wants to protect the common folk. Oh, that's, something, I guess. Now, let's get moving. Everyone, follow me. Well, I mean, what I just said was true. It's Klein, after all. Hey, where do you think you're going? We're supposed to decide whether the ALS or DKB will take the lead with a coin toss. Oh, screw it. Onward, men, march! Make your way to the boss floor. Seems like our samurai managed to put the big two to shame. Well, you heard the man. Let's go. Oh yeah, big two the guild. Damn. Whatever, fine. Alright, so this is the map of the 10th floor labyrinth. There are plants back there. And it seems there might be more plants. Actually, I need to go all the way south and use those plants, so yeah. Go back and head all the way up to the boss. See you guys there. Oh boy, now here we are. This ought to be fun. At last, time for the final showdown with Kagachi the Samurai Lord. What's that? I can only hear them, the war drums and trumpets, the battle cries signaling the time to fight is upon us. Fine, don't get too far ahead. Being able to see a katana-wielded stance is key to evading their attacks. We've already fought so many Orochi enemies on this floor. I know how their katana skills work like the back of my hand. Oh, damn! He is massive. I am Klein, the Crimson Samurai with the leader of Furin Kazan. I wield this sword of justice so it might end the rule of a sad, pitiful lord, who has long been in the way of the samurai. I prepare yourself. Fiend, for this fight shall be your last. Whoa, he's really fired up, swinging his blade with the best of them. It's almost like he's actually gotten stronger. That's because he really is strong. You're right. Klein's really worked on mastering the fundamentals. He can hold his own with the elite of the Big Two now. Although I wish he wouldn't get so carried away. I don't know if it improves his morale. It's probably not such a bad thing, I hope. That boss quest you guys did together must have left quite an impression on him. Anyway, we should get going. Klein can't keep the boss's attacks at bay all by himself. Right. Agil, you go on ahead and back him up. Why me? Because that's what you're good at. Now, come on, Cell. Let's do this. Now this looks cool. For the record, I also bought myself 300 poison antidotes. Just in case I actually do get poisoned. Hey there, big boy. Damn! I'd much rather keep my distance if possible. Woohoo! Hey, what's that? I do not like this. Stop this crap. You really need to stop this, man. Stop this dodging crud! Stop making me actually have to work for it! Is that barely did anything? Goodbye! Whew. What sucks though is that I got him down like maybe 20% and then his health reset entirely. I don't know why, but it did. So we had to start fighting him again from 100%, so that sucked. You were seriously reckless today, you know that. Sorry, man. I kinda got carried away there. At least thanks to you, everybody got to have a piece of that boss. Though, right? Those DKB and ALS guys sure were glaring at us for hogging the spotlight, though. Huh, what else is new? Everyone seems really happy, though. They're even carrying Kibo on their shoulders. Biggest celebration since floor 1. Of course it is. Nobody managed to beat that boss during the beta, but we finally pulled it off. Yeah, from here on out, everything's on an unknown. Kirito, congrats and good work today. Huh? Where'd that come from? Huh, guess that means you're no longer a dirty beater from now on. You're just Kirito, another player like the rest of us. Huh? Well, we'll see about that. I don't care what people call me. I'm not giving up my spot as the top player in SAO. Hey, you'll have to fight me for that. Figures, with such a cute-looking guy on the outside, you sure don't mince words. Man, it sure ain't easy beating these bosses, though. But Inkazan's got its work cut out if it's ever going to reach the top. Are you going to give up? Hell no. Not in a million years. We'll be the biggest, baddest, toughest gang of samurai this game's ever seen. I'm looking forward to the day you and your guild are riding high over everyone else. Yeah, right. Look at you smirking as you say it. Smug bastard. But seriously, Kirito, whatever happens, you better always be out there on the front lines with us. As long as we've got you and Cell around, I feel like we can make it all the way to the 100th floor without losing anybody else. I know that sounds like wishful thinking, but I really do believe in me. Klein. Listen, Thinker and his guys down below, they're able to keep going because guys like you are fighting a good fight up here. Don't you ever forget that. It's what Diablo would want, too. We're all in this together. All we can do is keep moving forward together. And on that note, I think this calls for a round of drinks. Who's with me? Oh, we are getting some booze. Count me in. I'm always down for a drink. I think I'll pass. I should really get back and report to Article, right, Asuna? Yeah, we really should. Sorry, Agil. I'll whip up some food for you guys another time. Man, you're leaving already. You guys are no fun. Well, I mean, they technically are underage to drink. So, I guess that makes sense. Once Agil and the other guys start drinking, they get real rowdy and start making a scene. Okay, that's the reason why. Although technically what I said, it could also be true. You can't get drunk in SEO, but if you get roped into one of their parties, you'll be up until dawn. They just keep piling on meat and alcohol for hours and hours on end. I don't recommend joining them. Wow, I had no idea. Thanks for the heads up. Hey Agil, Klein, we're going to go on ahead and make our way up to the 11th floor. We're so fired up after that fight, we figured we should make the most of it. Oh, good thinking. Now that I can understand. I'll be up there myself later. It must be nice to be so young. Not that I'm that old myself, but I admire your drive. Thanks. We'll see you later. Take it easy with the partying. We still have a long road ahead of us. I know, but a little booze can help you start off on the right foot, man. If you say so, later, guys. The 11th floor, huh? I wonder what it's going to be like up there. We'll find out soon enough. Yeah, better to just see with our own eyes and take it from there. Whatever it's like, I'm sure we'll be fine. Right, let's go, you guys. And 11th floor isn't out, is it? Quest additions, blah blah blah, more quests on the board. 330,989 experience. And would you look at this crap? The Samurai Lord, level 100. I'm level 83 and I just beat a level 100 quest. What kind of crap is this, man? Leveling is so not right. I shouldn't have been able to do that. Or at least, you know, it should be easier to get up to level 100. My god. I know that's currently basically the max level, but still, what the heck, man? It's cutting it way too close when the boss can do so much damage to me because I don't have level 90 gear on. Speaking of gear, I believe the highest level gear you can make now is level 95. There's not even level 100 gear. Let's see. Sword. 95, the Lion Fang. Yep, I need a bunch more Radiant Leaves for that. What about armor? Weapon is 95, is armor? Oh, okay, so armor's level 100, weapon's only 95. Oh man, I so badly want this ninja costume. I so badly want it. Armor that is designed to hide and kill during the dark night. I need white manes and radiant leaves. I know where to get the white manes. The leaves I'm not entirely sure on. But again, I need to be level 100 for that. Wave armor is for level 90. Hanbei mail is for 95. Accessories. Frozen Evil Hat. Avatar. Black Seahorse's coat. About the chest. Frozen Evil Top. Snake. Samurai. Top. Okay, so this is one. Oh! So we can technically look like Klein if we get enough of these. Alright. Let's go back to town, seeing as how I'm pretty dang sure 11th floor is not out. I've activated Waterfall Ravine Labyrinth. Oh my god! It is out! I just had to be floor 10 to see it! Alright, there is more floors to go to. Although I seriously think I should stop this till I'm at least like 86, maybe. Because the higher up we go, the higher chance I have of dying. Alright, well with that, I'm gonna end this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. For next time, we should technically have the Eclipse top. I don't have any freaking skill records except for that one that only gives plus 10 for that damn kobold fight. So it's going to take me around maybe 8 to 9 hours, maybe close to 10. And I think I'm around 2,000 something. And I need 10. And I only get around 220 plus for each run of killing him. It takes around between 3 minutes and 30 seconds to like 5 minutes 40. So yeah. It's gonna take a long time to get that damn chest piece, but I want it. So until then, see you guys later.